What does, I know you've heard the saying, because I've heard it on Star Wars in English, in every day, what does it actually mean? Because I've never heard anyone actually explain it. Like, what does the essence of it mean? Disturbance of the Force. It could be, um, um, so in the field of, the dark arts being the O, so in the field of O, for the Sigma return, it's the corrupt 3. It's the corrupt, visually present, that we said when my grandfather Antonine was on set. We have 3 roles of generation on set. I can, as a goddess, a stem, when there's another god, my route for the Holy Roman Empire as I come back. The only kingdom of God, not united with Elizabeth. She's done absolutely nothing for the world except grow it more dangerous. So, as I'm coming in fact, London is not even allowed to be called a United Kingdom at all. It's not a head business office. It is a haven for everything that's corrupt and bad in the world. So, I told Geneva and Warsaw that as well. When I was there as a Russian for the Warsaw Pact, and when I was in Geneva on behalf of Hitler and Mussolini, and making accurate documentation as to why Japan got what it got, and it was just the beginning of it needs a whole lot more. Okay, so before you all forget who the enemy actually is. So on 3 generation force, Force, the female, has 2 eyes. There's one world. One is Antonine. The set started for the male, Octavius Caesar. I'll be Octavia Caesar for that set. Antonine had a birthday, a paper birth certificate. He had a permanent placement. He had a ground force in that era. Everything else is in relation to him that was alive at the same time, that also had birth certificate. I had a document all around. So this way, when Lewis came without his 0 around his 1 iota that he was supposed to be born with, because he was corrupted by things that happened in Octavia, reported for Octavius Caesar as Antonine Cattaruzza in 1911 set date. He died in 1996. So 1910, 1911 to 1996 was his set. I reported all the way through. And I arrived in 1978 on the same set as him. So you had a double post of gods for accurate documentation as to do not allow the compass, the sigma, to be set this way. This route leads us to a force that's corrupted because people like Antonine already in 1911 were all area down. They weren't in the Holy Roman Empire. Supposedly the Holy Roman Empire fell. Nobody knows when. The Catholics didn't even know when. And Antonine was not treated like an emperor. He was not spoke of like an emperor nor a Caesar. I mean, that's his official placement in godly places. That's where he's supposed to be. But in this 1911 act that his God seed was brought into, with mine on the way, opened up a whole investigation with a scope. Mine being the uncorruptible force. I am trying to solve a crime outside of human reality and consciousness in order to fix and rebuild the future in a correct manner and thwart off the corrupt that was in his time, my father's time, and my time. So that way when I have my son, Alexander the Great, as another God seedling from Cosmic, one, he's born to the correct father, which in this route he wasn't, because the sigma wasn't moved properly. Nobody's been taken care of. And this is the really dangerous thing, is that you white people, and the rest of the colors that are not part of the problem, don't even realize they've taken away your ability to survive. They've actually manipulated you so badly that now, one, your lives are no longer enjoyable. You have no purpose. You fight all the time. And the world is really an uglier place because you have been born. Because they programmed you that way in the generation before. So now how do you fix the future? Well, you have to know how time works and how space works. Currently, nobody walking around New York that I've ever spoken to has a clue that such a thing until I call attention to it by speaking words. There's certain people you want to speak words to, call attention to, so they don't lose their survival skills to combat and take back what's needed, which is the godly department that I'm supposed to be a part of in Aeronav. I don't know where you all are. I've been on set since 1978. I've been retinally castrated. I've been Delta IES connection, completely castrated. I've then had they had World of Hurt, WORLDHURT, where the entire Asiatic, being dark-colored engineers named Patel and Khan and people in anything Polynesia who worked out some kind of lottery system, and they purposely hit my iota inside my cosmic egg with the extra special equipment with a visual retina download of where it looked like the world was ending. There was blaring sound in both of my ears that I could not turn off. And it's called gaslighting. It's where they purposely manipulate you to think and hallucinate without taking a hallucinogen in such a horrific way that I don't understand why any of them are still living. When I warned about this in the past on the way into the future and said, once I'm on set, I'm in the most dangerous position. How could none of you that care about yourself and your kids come and pick me up and take me to safety? I want you all dead. Like every human, if it died now, God, electron transporter, I don't give a shit. I want to open my eyes and be on a different set, and everything that is Korean, Chinese, or Japanese, or any variation or mixed into their blood, I want them dead. I never to exist again. Delete the entire catalog. Like they go into anti-gravity and it's just cloaked and oh my God. Right, that's because you were fucking zero then. You're a zero now. And I don't want you to hurt me, the iotas, and the other ones on the planet. And the zeros that don't know any better.